For this craft, you will need
white cardstock or white paper and markers or pencil crayons. For this craft, you're going to start by decorating the page to look like whatever fruit you want. So I'm going to do a watermelon, which means that I'm going to put a rind up here, so something in green, and then color the rest in red and maybe add some black seeds. It's going to be square, and that's okay because we're going to fold it up and change the shape, but I'm going to color in the whole page. Then, once you've decorated your paper and colored it how you want it to look, you're going to fold it. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold this edge, the short edge, over maybe about an inch at a time, and you're just going to fold it over. Then you're going to flip your paper over and you're going to fold it back over the other way until that edge that you folded is lined up with your new fold. And make sure you crease it really well so that it stays almost flat. And you're just going to keep repeating this. So flipping it over and folding it over so that all of your edges line up. And then flipping it over and folding it until all your edges line up. And you're just going to keep doing that until you've folded up the whole paper. Then, once you made your last fold, crease it nice and flat, and then from the very bottom, you're just going to fold upwards a little bit and pinch it in. And this is going to be where you hold on to your fan, and then you can open the top up. And you have a nice, fun, fruity summer fan. If you don't like that this side is white, you could always color both sides, or just fan yourself with the side you colored.
Your final product should look something like this. For this craft, you will need
cardstock or regular white paper, markers or pencil crayons, glue, and scissors. We're going to start by taking a piece of cardstock, and what you're going to do is you're going to fold this corner over towards this edge so that this edge and this edge line up. Right, so all the way over until the two edges are right up against each other. And you're going to make that fold. And then you're going to take this part and just fold it to where this layer comes down. So along this line here. I'm just going to fold it up. And then I'm going to unfold. And I'm going to cut along this bottom line that goes straight across the paper. Now I just have a square of paper, and this is what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to fold it in half one way, and then I'm going to open it up and fold it in half the other way. Then I'm going to cut along that cross of folds that go all the way across the paper, not on the diagonal one. Not this one, just these two. Now I should have 4 smaller squares. I'm going to cut all 4 at once so that they're all the same, but if your paper is thicker and so it's harder to cut through all 4 at once, you can cut them each individually. And what you're just going to do is you're going to cut these into circles. So from one side, you're going to round off that corner all the way to the other side, and then do this on every single corner so that you get a circle. Now you have 4 circles. And what you're going to do is you're going to color these to look like whatever fruit you want to make. So I'm going to start by making an orange, so I'm going to color it so it looks like a cut open orange, so it's got all the little sections. And you're going to do this for all 4 circles. I'm also going to make one that's a pineapple. Once all your circles are colored in, you're going to fold them all in half. Some of them will already be folded from when you turned your paper into a square, and that's fine. You can just keep them folded along that line. But the other 2 will need to be folded in half as well. Then our next step is going to be to glue them all together. So you're going to take 1/2 of the back and glue it to another half of the back of another circle. And that'll make a half circle of blank, and then you're going to take your next one, glue it into place, and then take the whole back of this and glue it onto the remaining. Once you've put it all together, you may want to trim some of the edges around the bottom to make them a little bit flatter so it stands up easier on its own. And then you have your lovely 3D paper fruit. For my pineapple, I'm going to also use this extra bit that I cut off when I was making my paper square to create the top of the pineapple. I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to trace the shape of the leaves that you find on top of the pineapple. Then I'm going to cut it out. Well, it's still folded so that I'm going to get 2 of them. If your 2 parts are still attached, make sure you cut them to separate them. And then I'm going to color them in. And for this, I'm going to color both sides of the paper. Then, to fit these pieces together, what you're going to do is you're going to cut a slit on one of them about 3/4 of the way of this solid chunk in the middle up, and then on the other one, you're going to cut basically down until that same point. And then you're also going to cut just a little bit up, like maybe 1 centimeter from the bottom on that one that you cut down from the top on. Then, the one that has the big cut on the bottom is going to slide over the big cut on the top, so they fit in together. And then this opening bit down here at the bottom will help you slide it onto your pineapple. To slide it onto your pineapple, you're going to take those slits and you're going to slide them over this middle part of your pineapple where the folds are. And then slide your other slits into those middle parts. And then you have a lovely pineapple.
Your final product should look something like this.
I hope you enjoyed making these fun fruity crafts, and I look forward to seeing what kind of fruits you made.
If you made one of the crafts shown in our tutorials, send us a picture at our email, misquahcrafts@gmail.com, and we can feature it in one of our videos.